guys. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I wanted to come on and to discuss Essence Festival. So there's an article where the guy's asking, do you think that Essence Fest has lost its swag? Um, I don't know if they lost the swag. I think that people don't want to address the real issues of what's going on because then they have to bring up certain things. And so they want to pretend like they don't see the things that are going on, and it's going to affect the way things are done. And it is what it is. What I don't like is them allowing people to come in with their politics. I think that's insulting. But I kind of felt like when this guy purchased Essence that he was going to go down anyway. Because when you're selling something to somebody outside of the culture that created it, they're going to want to bring in their own stuff. And that's what he's doing. And he's doing that with Essence Fest as well. Because there was a big thing about last year about Essence Fest, about them not allowing the vendors. They were being, certain. It was something going on about the amount they were trying to charge the local vendors. Because you have people who plan to do this every year, and then there are people who are local there, and they, can go in and set up as well, or they were setting up on the outside. And it was something about they didn't want people competing with certain brands. It was something I just don't remember. I know it was something about the brands, and somebody went live saying that it was some hair product didn't want any competition, so they were being selective about the local vendors, which they had not done in the past. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if they still have the super lounges, and it wasn't advertised like it used to be advertised. People used to talk about it, about going to Essence Fest and talk about who was going to be there. It just have a different feel now, right? I feel like they scaled back, but they still expect people to show up. That part too. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to end. And they had a good run. They had a good run, and I think that it's okay for these people to come over here and create their own stuff, and they make it successful on their own instead of just trying to borrow on a legacy, because you really don't want to keep up that legacy. You want to do your own thing, but you're kind of borrowing from what somebody else built. Because I see they're bringing in some other music other than the music, other than our music, which is fine. But I just wouldn't like for that to take away from our artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still want to see Yvonne. We still want to see Mary J. Blige and TLC and groups that are here. And years ago, child, I can remember the very beginning of it when they used to have the super lounges and they used to have jazz playing in there. I don't even know if they do that anymore because I haven't been there in a long time. Because I've been done with Essence Child years ago. This ain't even really my conversation, but I just thought it was interesting how people are saying certain things, and then people are filming, showing how empty it is. But like I said, they just don't want to have a real conversation about what's really going on, because then they have to bring up certain things, and they have to bring up our community, and they don't want to give our community a voice. But yeah, I just don't like the politics, like people allowing people to run their politics like they have a right to tell us how to feel about anything. And there's nobody out here doing anything for the Black community that should have that type of voice. Nobody. You can't bring me one person, and I said what I said, and I'll say it to your face. Okay, it's not nobody out here that should have that type of leverage that they're going to tell somebody how to feel about Target or about anything else for that matter. Okay? You're not going to run your agenda to me, and then I'm going to just follow it. And I feel like a lot of people probably will feel that way when they hear the nonsense that people are saying. Because they're trying to blame it on Target because Target is there. But to my understanding, the editor-in-chief, she used to work for Target, an African lady. And so she has a relationship with Target. And that's what I'm saying. You guys are trying to pretend like Target haven't done things for people. So it makes no sense. That protest is fool ass. It's fool ass. And that guy is just out for his own personal gain. He didn't care less about the black community or the immigrant community or the gay community or whoever they try to pretend like they doing all this for, because it keeps changing. They keep changing it. So, yeah, I don't like that. Like, don't come at me with your politics because I don't want to hear it. You're not going to tell me how to feel about nothing. I don't play them type of games. And we've never had conversations like that before. I think because the American black people have always probably been closer on the same page, but we don't share the same politics right now. We definitely don't share it over that DEI stuff. So miss me with that. And that would definitely turn me off if I was to ever go. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I don't want to see none of them people either and hear none of that foolishness. But what if you guys would normally go, why didn't you go this year? Let me know in the comments. I know that, like I said, Beyonce is out here. People are saying they have other things to spend their money on. They got to get ready to send their kids back to school. Would you want to go to it in a different city if it was in Chicago or wherever? Y'all think it would work better? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.